Are you planning a cruise vacation and wondering whether to book personal excursions or stick to the cruise line tours? In this video we'll explore the pros and cons to each option to help you make the best decision. And if you stick around to the end, I'll tell you about an event on one of our trips that has shaped how we'll book trips in the future. I'm the Travelling Scotsman, and we recently went on a 15-day cruise to the Eastern Caribbean with 8 amazing stops to explore. So planning excursions can be just as vital as picking the cruise itself. In this video we'll first explore personal excursions and explore whether they could be the right choice for you. A personal excursion is a trip planned and organised independently of the cruise company, and in our case we arranged 7 out of the 8 shore days by ourselves. There were several reasons why we opted for this route. Firstly, destinations offered by the cruise line didn't always match our interests. I had always wanted to visit Airplane Beach in St Martin, which wasn't offered by the cruise ship. It's a really famous destination, especially if you're interested in aircraft. I've made a dedicated video about it. If you're interested, click on the card above. Secondly, personal excursions are usually cheaper than the cruise line excursions. When you book an organised tour, you're effectively paying the middleman commission as well as the cost of the tour. Our self-organised tours are typically less than half the cost of the ship's offering. Thirdly, organising your own trips gives more flexibility in terms of start time, length and pace. You could tailor your itinerary to your interests and preferences instead of following a predetermined one-size-fits-all schedule. We prefer to wait on the early morning crowds departing before leaving for our excursion, so this worked out perfectly for us. Finally, for personal excursions are often in smaller groups, which can lead to a more intimate and personalised experience. The trip we organised to the beach in the Dominican Republic was an ideal example. Okay, destination today, we're off at the port. You might can make out the few ships away over in the distance there at Bahebi Beach. Now it's only $15 per person for the taxi here, and the taxi waits for you for 3 hours. Take it 3 hours for that, so fills 10 people up. So it's excellent. Beautiful, calm water. It's really warm. The beach is quite long. All the boats that you can charter as well. The sunbeds are $20, $10 each. It's only 30 minutes by the taxi to get here, so it was very quick. At some of the typical beach offerings with the cruise ship tours, they were easily over $50 each. However, there are definitely some downsides to personal excursions that you need to be aware of. One of the main disadvantages of booking a personal excursion is that it requires a little more planning and research. You need to ensure that you book with a reputable tour operator to have a safe and enjoyable experience. Another disadvantage is there's a greater potential for unexpected problems since you're not booking with the cruise line. For example, you may get lost, miss the ship's departure time, or encounter language barriers. These are extreme examples, but it's crucial to have contingency plans in place just in case. You don't want to be that passenger on the jetty, distraught while the cruise ship is leaving and ended up on YouTube.
It's a heartbreaking drama. A desperate mom drops to her knees as a cruise ship leaves her behind.
Finally, there's no guarantee of quality and safety for personal excursions. Since they're not vetted by the cruise line. Scam operators do operate around cruise terminals. You need to do some research to avoid any scams or unsafe operators. TripAdvisor and Google are great resources for this. If you're enjoying the video so far or gained something from it, please smash a like button, it really helps this video. Also consider subscribing, it's free and really gives us small creators encouragement to create more videos. Moving on to the advantage of the cruise line excursions. Firstly, cruise line excursions are convenient and easy to book since it can be arranged directly with the cruise line, making the process simple and stress-free. Secondly, cruise excursions often have professional tour guides who are knowledgeable at destinations and can provide valuable information and insight. It can enhance your overall experience and help you gain a better understanding of the places you visit.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Sorry, do you speak English?
No, I don't, sorry.
Oh.
Also, cruise line excursions are vetted by the cruise line, ensuring a certain level of quality and safety. Additionally, cruise line excursions offer more reliable transportation, which can be especially important in destinations where transportation may be unreliable or difficult to arrange. Finally, some excursions may include meals or other amenities, making them a more all-inclusive option. However, there can also be some disadvantages to booking cruise line excursions. One of the biggest drawbacks is the lack of personalisation. Cruise excursions are often designed to cater for large groups, which can make the experience feel less tailored to individual interests. With a cruise line excursion, the itinerary is predetermined, which can be limiting for those who prefer a little bit more flexibility. Of course, cruise line excursions can be more expensive than booking personal excursions. This is due to the added convenience and resources provided by the cruise line. Which is the right option for you ultimately depends on your travel style really and your preferences. If you prioritise convenience and safety, then you probably want to go down the booking through the cruise line. However, if you prefer more independence and personalisation with lower cost, then booking personal excursions might be the better choice. Since we booked nearly all our trips independently, would we continue to do this in the future? Well, curiously enough, the only ship excursion we booked actually ran into problems itself. The tour boats that we were on suffered an engine failure, and this resulted in us returning 30 minutes after the all aboard time. Had this been a personal trip, it's really likely that the cruise ship would have departed without us. Because of that, I'd advise that any day trips that are all day have the potential for disruption, in other words bus tours or boats, then you might want to consider booking the ship tours instead. On my excursion to Airplane Beach in St Martin, the taxi driver stated when there's more than 2 ships in port, short journeys can take up to 2 hours. That's just something to keep in mind. Thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and advice. Safe travels!